Welcome back to 30 Day Guy. So this video is a follow-up video for the July challenge, which was to write, record, and release an album in 30 days. And that would be 10 songs in 30 days. And it actually happened. It's crazy. This was a really intense month, so I'll kind of give a summary of some of the experiences. Some of the instruments that you'll hear on the album are going to be guitar, there's banjo, piano. A lot of the stuff I used was built into the software I was using, but there are some live instruments. I used this little toy keyboard on one of the songs. Yeah, and I used tambourine and claps and stuff. So overall, it was a really fun, creative experience, but I don't know if I'd ever do it again. And to kind of put it in perspective, what I did in 30 days, most people take about 8 months. So if you think about like taking 8 months worth of schoolwork and cramming it down into a month, I mean, that was the process. I was joking with a friend of mine and said, I should write a blog called How to Lose All Your Friends and Destroy Your Marriage in 30 Days. My wife was very, very gracious, and this whole time she did a really good job supporting me. But I had to cancel hanging out with friends and doing some other stuff just so I could get them done. So a couple of things I'll show you. So my wife did some really cool artwork. So if you've gotten the album or seen the album, this will be on there. The idea for this artwork came from the song The Cherry Pit, which is, I think it's like the 6th or 7th, it might even be the 5th track on the album. And in the song it's about a guy that eats a cherry seed or a cherry pit when he's a kid. And then people think he's going crazy because he thinks the tree's growing out from inside of him. It ends up, he's not crazy. There's a tree growing out from inside of him. The last track on the album, I don't know if you've heard it yet, the last track on the album, the lyrics in it actually fold in lyrics from almost all of the other songs. So if you picked up on that, sweet, you get bonus points. Also, I'm going to show you real quick. Here's the notes for it. So I was keeping notes and writing lyrics down, and some of them have even disappeared as time went on. Oh look, I worked really hard on this one here. But yeah, I mean, there's pages and pages and folded over pages and pages of lyrics and notes and more stuff, and then kind of the original sketches for ideas. So anyway, I mean, this was, and there's even more back there. So this is basically a month's worth of work scribbled out in craziness. But overall, it was a really, really fun experience. But I don't know if I'd ever release something like this where I do it in 30 days as an album, but in the future I would like to release music. If you don't know me personally, I play in a band called Archabald here in town. That's Archabald. And I've been playing with them for like 5 or 6 years now. And so I've always been a part of like a full music project, but this was the first time that I ever sat down and tried to do something by myself. But with that said, it wasn't entirely by myself. I had some help from friends, one of them being Jonny Stunka. Step back and let me show you what we're made of. Look at that guy go. I also had my buddy Izzy sing on the first song. Step back and let me show you what we're made of. I also had my brother-in-law and also the singer of Archabald, Randy, sing on one of the tracks. A friend of mine, Alyssa, who does a music project called Sailor here in town, she did vocals for the second track for the Hammer Fetter Heart song. I also had my brother help me write music on the last track, so that's like 5 people had creative input on this, and then a friend of mine helped master it. His name's Othling. He has a really cool YouTube channel. So I'll put links to all the people that I mentioned that have music up online, so you can go hear their solo stuff. Like Jonny Stunka does cool electronic stuff, and Alyssa, who does Sailor, has this really cool ambient project where she loops her guitar and sings. Archabald, it's a shameless plug. I play for them, but if you want to check out our music, it's quite a bit different from the music that I put out for De Leos Creo. Yeah, so that's everybody that has music projects, so if you want to go check them out, give them a listen, see what you think. So overall, I said I'd revisit some of the challenges. I think I've faced all the challenges. Like I thought it would be hard to write every day. It was. There was quite a few days that I took off, and towards the end, I mean, I was working like 10-hour days just on the music to get it out. If you've gotten a chance to listen to the album, I'd love to hear what you think of it. It's different. I know that there's elements of like spoken word and almost like rap stuff, but then there's like singing and even some yelling on there. And there's synth stuff, but then there's just straight banjo songs. So I don't know if any of that connected with you or weirded you out, or like, I mean, even if you hate it, if you listen to it and you're like, that's stupid, I love to hear it. So yeah, currently in this month of August, I am doing a diet challenge, and I'll be posting more videos on that. If you're interested in keeping up with what's going on with 30 Day Guy, click the subscribe button. Head on over to Instagram. I post a few pictures a week, and also follow on Twitter. And that's another way to find out when videos are posted. So anyway, thanks for hanging out. Let's keep hanging out.
Cherry fruit. It was an honest mistake. As a kid, I didn't know that swallowing one cherry pit would cause my life to disintegrate. I sit down on the